the carnivore diet works. It's anti-inflammatory. It helps us eliminate a lot of the bull crap and then figure out our own bodies from the inside out instead of the outside in, which is what most doctors and health nutritionists, try to push on us. All a bunch of crap. Do you guys remember this thing? Any of you out there remember this crap? This is a Philips Respironics BiPAP, and it's absolute trash. And it's one of the first machines that I had when I got diagnosed with severe sleep apnea. Absolute freaking garbage. That was supposed to make a crashing sound, and I'm kind of annoyed that it didn't, because that thing is going in the dumpster. Along with that came a whole bunch of other stuff, that I found lurking in my closet, stuff that I don't need anymore. I mean, CPAP masks. I have so many CPAP masks, so much garbage from when I needed, like little CPAP things, and it's all accessory bullcrap. That's all it is. Because I couldn't find a mask to fit my fat face, my fat, oily face from when I was eating a bunch of crap garbage food. Yeah, seriously, when I go to these damn Facebook pages and somebody asks, what's the best way for me to fix my situation? And I respond something about the first step would be diet and nutrition. Fix what goes in your mouth, and everything else with this annoying crap and how these things don't fit and they irritate the face becomes a lot easier. Just stop it with all the crap food. And this was trash. Whatever this is a Philips. Just about everything Philips put out there was garbage. I mean, absolute garbage to frustrate people and get them to continuously keep buying products. Now, ResMed, this is a ResMed mask. These were somewhat helpful. But I mean, again, look at all of this crap. It's just a lot of stuff. And then you put this thing on, and it's just crap again, because you got to try to sleep like this. And it's just blowing air in your freaking face. And these were some hoses that I bought off of Amazon. Roscoe's Medical. These things smell like poison. I never used them. I don't know why I kept holding on to them. I will not be donating this crap because this is trash too. Now, these things cost me money. I spent my own freaking money on this. And I got like 3 of them. One's out of the package. I already threw away. But these are going in the dumpster too. Just crap. Here's one of my favorite masks. I don't even know. This is a ResMed mask, but this one actually kind of worked. It's gross. I can't donate that. I mean, look at the seal. I mean, that's because I wore it and I just threw it in a plastic bag, but I haven't needed any of these for like over 1.5 years because the carnivore diet's anti-inflammatory, and guess what? I can breathe now, but I'm not allowed to say that on a CPAP page to try to help people understand that, guess what? It's a possibility. You can cure your freaking sleep apnea. God forbid. More trash. These are never ending. Now, this was another product from Siesta. I made a video about these. Now, these didn't really work for me because my face was just so morphed and oily from eating just crazy amounts of foods with seed oils. So I had my nose was always shiny. It was a problem. This is a problem type stuff. So this thing would just glide all over my face. I talked about it in that video. Not popular videos, but I was just trying to put the information out there and hopefully get started on doing basic like review type videos or explanatory type videos, because at that time I was so morbidly obese, my brain was swollen from all of the obesity and crap food that I was eating. Going in the trash. Philips products, you're trash. I don't even know what that is. We're not even going to take that out. That almost looks like lingerie, but I'm sure, oh no, I couldn't figure out what this thing was. I know what it is. It looks like lingerie, but it's not. It's designed to go up underneath your mouth, and it is CPAP related. Seriously, look at that. That's funny. Designed to go up under here, and then you just attach it like that, and then you put this thing on, and then you're supposed to be able to keep your freaking mouth shut. Again, accessorizing the BS. Why accessorize the BS when you could potentially just get rid of your sleep apnea? And if you reduce the inflammation, it doesn't matter if you have deviated septum, or you have problems in your nose and you might need surgery for that. I get that. That's like the 1% of people that have serious problems. Oh, by the way, did I mention I quit smoking? Yeah, that's a thing. And I've been using just basic nicotine type aids to hopefully try to help my anger and potential lashing out at people, because yeah, here we go. So this is kind of the stuff I've been using. 6 milligram tobacco free pouches. This one here, I don't know what they use for ingredients. I probably have to read up a little bit on it. But for the majority, these things use a lot of salt nicotine, and they try to keep away from the tobacco industry, again, because people just, that's why they started vaping in the first place. They're just sick and freaking tired of the tobacco industry and all of their nonsense crap. Now, there's a lot of famous people that actually use nicotine pouches for concentration. Look, more trash going in the back seat. Okay, enough with the CPAP garbage. All right, I was going through a bunch of other stuff that I found that I had to use throughout this journey, because my feet were a huge problem, because I was morbidly obese. My feet were swollen. I had cankles. I didn't even have ankles at that time. I went through a process of doing research and studies on things like footwear, and I found out that the majority of footwear that's sold in all these stores like Foot Locker, other places around, at Walmart even, most of these shoes and boots, they're meant for people that weigh 150 pounds or less. Nobody knows this stuff. I just try to share what I find out. So I did the research and I found some Skechers shoes. I did a horrible video on that, probably a year, maybe almost 2 years ago, when I was going through that struggle, just trying to share some basic footwear, okay, that Skechers provides. Now, Skechers does a really good job of providing footwear for people that have edema, people that have swollen feet, where they just get bigger and then they get smaller. They have specific footwear for that. But you have to do the research. You have to go to the store. The people at the store, sorry, they don't know anything about this. I've asked. They don't know anything about it. So I went to the store. I tried to find these shoes, and I wound up buying the wrong ones when I ordered from Amazon. So I had to go straight to Skechers and find out, like, oh, okay, what shoes to get. And then I found out there's a difference in the slip-on shoes. Some of these shoes are really flexible in the uppers, and they're the Go Walk type footwear. But there's several different types of Go Walk footwear. And the first ones I bought were like these. They're either Goodyear or Firestone type Skechers shoes. I can use those today. Those work just fine. When my feet were swollen, I couldn't even get my foot into that. So I was like, I spent, $60 on a pair of shoes that I couldn't wear for a period of time until I started losing the weight. So I had to go out and buy these other shoes. They had really, really flexible uppers, and everything worked well. And I could actually go for kind of sort of walks. But I was injuring myself because I was morbidly freaking obese. And every time I went for a walk, I was dealing with problems, like this crap here. Like, look at these. These are little socks for planters fasciitis and arch support. I got a whole freaking bag full of these things. And then I bought this little freaking boot, which helped for a period of time. It looks like weird, kinky lingerie type crap, but this helped. And then I got some other stuff, also foot pain. Morbidly obese problems people don't talk about. You got tons of pain all over your body when you're 435 pounds or heavier. You got pains coming from places people don't even understand unless they've been morbidly obese. This thing here, this is a night sock. I tried this thing out. Extremely uncomfortable to wear at night. You put this over your foot and it kind of takes your toe and it bends it back like that. Horrible, horrible, painful all night long. Again, a simple solution to something we can prevent with something as simple as weight loss, anti-inflammatory type weight loss, learning about ketosis, learning how a carnivore diet actually works and promotes ketosis. This is a no-brainer type thing. Seriously, no-brainer. Now I have a whole entire bag full of clothes that just don't fit anymore. These are just an example. I have a whole bunch of these. I lived in these damn things. I mean, these are Carhartt bibs. The size on these things is huge. I don't even know where the size is. Okay, the size on these are 50 by 34. They don't fit well on a fat guy. Carhartt does not understand the body mechanics of a fat person. I mean, I couldn't wear these with the sides buttoned up because I was spilling over the side. My waist used to be 55 inches. I had a hard time finding clothes that fit just to go to work. But I had to live my life wearing Carhartt bibs. Everywhere I went, it was embarrassing. If I had a fancy, type gathering or something, I was showing up in either black or tan Carhartt bibs because I couldn't fit anything else. I didn't know anything about clothing or what to buy. Now, these are my insulated bibs, and there's some ridiculous size here too. Now, these are 52 32s. I was spilling out the sides on both sides with these things. Now, these are some jeans that a friend of mine got. I'm donating these because they do fit, but this is a 36. I wore these in a video one time, and I was having a hard time putting them on, but these are thin legs. I still had a problem with the legs being so thin. So, yeah, I'm going to donate these. They're still got the tag on them, and they're brand new. Hopefully somebody can use them. Then I found out a secret. This is like a morbidly obese hack, okay? There's a place, it's called Duluth Trading Post. Duluth Trading Post is one of the most fascinating places for a person that's fat and a person that is either trying to lose weight or a person that doesn't care what they eat. And they're gonna continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. That was me. I was getting bigger. They sell all kinds of products. Now, these are made out of fire hose, and look at the size of these. Can you see how big these things are? But they're flexible. So that means if you're going through things like edema, water retention, and weight gain, you have hope in clothing. That means these things will stretch with you, and they'll get baggy, the more you lose, of course. But I don't have any clothes that fit me anymore, and I'm so freaking annoyed because I just cleaned out literally 3/4 of my closet, just getting rid of all of this old CPAP crap. What else do I got down here? I'm sure I got more. Oh, look, more hoses. That's a brand new Redmonds hose. I might take that home and put it in my stash. This is a slimline tubing. This is actually good. This is actually a good tubing. It's a product from Redmonds, and it's clean. It's still in the package. I can reuse that one. That one's gonna stay, and it's gonna go with my CPAP that I paid cash for because I don't have insurance to pay for this stuff. So I was buying all this stuff. But here's another one of these freaking CPAP masks. I mean, oh, that's the same one. Oh no, that's a different one because this was in a bag. But again, garbage, just more garbage. And I got a whole back seat full of clothes. That's just way too big. Shirts that are way too big. I made sure to hold on to a couple basic, type hoodie stuff that's way too freaking big for me anyways. But I need to know where I came from, where I'm gonna be. And by the way, I think I gained a little bit of weight because since I stopped smoking, even though I'm using the aid of some, these little silly freaking pouches, those annoy me too. But it's a lot less annoying than going straight, I'm not gonna smoke anymore. That's way less annoying because I can handle my customers throughout the day. And there comes the coughing. When you start to quit smoking, you get that real phlegmy type cough when you just cut the cigarettes out and you start using these or using the patches. Now, I don't use the patches because the patches have been problematic in the past. When I put the patch on, doesn't matter for any amount of time, doesn't matter the milligrams. I have these freaking lucid dream nightmares, and I wake up and I feel like I just woke up from an outer space adventure. They're so bad, so freaking bad. Oh yeah, just more CPAP. This is just a whole freaking bag full of CPAP crap. This one here, I'm sure I had something else interesting in this bag. Maybe not. Okay, we're just gonna skip that bag too, because that's just a lot of clothes that I was gonna donate to this Donates in the center, but they don't open for another hour and a half. So I need to go to Walmart, get a freaking razor so I can shave my face, because I had a razor from the Dollar Shave Club and the freaking handle broke, and I'm not going to go back to the Dollar Shave Club just to buy a dang handle. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of it all. But seriously, guys, if you want to lose weight, little to no exercise, that is exactly what I've been doing for the last 2 years. I still haven't come up with a regular exercise routine because I don't care. I don't have time, just like many of you out there. Hopefully that's relatable. There's thousands of you driving a big truck, I've been losing weight, maintaining weight loss. And yeah, I'm a little arrogant about this whole topic because it's been working. The carnivore diet works. It's anti-inflammatory. It helps us eliminate a lot of the bull crap and then figure out our own bodies from the inside out instead of the outside in, which is what most doctors and health nutritionists, try to push on us. All a bunch of crap. The keto diet, it does work, but if you're going to the grocery store and you're shopping keto items, those are crap too. Stay away from those things. It's all bollocks. It's all products. I mean, I understand this is a product. This is helping me hopefully get over my nicotine addiction. And at a time, I'm going to reduce the nicotine amount to a 3 milligram and hopefully kick these things all together. But I told you guys early on in my weight loss journey when I tried to quit smoking the first time, I have to manage this when I get down to a healthier weight. And now I think I'm down to a healthier weight. So I'm still hovering around 260 pounds, 265 pounds. I did break that barrier last week where I got down to 259 and some change. Again, I'm at the point where it doesn't matter. I don't care. I just need to keep going with what works. The carnivore diet helps me manage all of the crap in my life that I was addicted to, previous food addiction. That's where the carnivore diet works really well. And it also helps me clear my freaking house of all of this nonsense that I haven't needed for the last year and a half. None of these clothes fit. I'm just taking up space, hoarding stuff I don't need. Just hoarding stuff. And I'm afraid to get rid of it like a lot of other people. We're just afraid that we're just gonna pop and we're gonna go right back the other damn direction and we're gonna get fat again. Well, as long as we stick to the basic principle of a carnivore diet or a meat-based diet, ketovore diet, this isn't going to be as much of a problem. I just want every single one of you to know that I care about you. I only share my adventure to hopefully help and motivate a few of you. Because when I started, I was seriously motivated by a guy called Cole Robinson. He's the guy that came up with the snake diet. He's currently talking about the stupid nonsense of the sugar diet. Well, just about everybody's talking about the sugar diet. Shut the hell up about the damn sugar diet. Take that stuff and pack it. Get rid of it. Don't be teaching people to lose weight eating sugar and they're not going to be metabolically healthy afterwards. I used to do stuff like that. I used to do stupid stuff like that. Go to the bar, I'd drink a lot, and then I'd go to the gym and I'd work out. I'd feel like trash. Stop it. Stop telling people to get sick and then go exercise and then feel like trash. That's a horrible idea. Sugar diet is for idiots. Absolute freaking morons are doing the sugar diet. That's it. I mean, the carnivore diet, at least it makes sense because that's what my ancestors have been doing for thousands of years. Alaska natives, they survive in the Arctic. They survive in the tundra eating animal fats. They do eat low-lying berries. It's a meat-based, fat-based type diet. They use the fat to burn as energy to get through the freaking harsh winter months and to deal with the cold weather and the temperatures. It's insane up north. And I'll be going up there hopefully soon. And I'll be able to actually do the carnivore diet in Nome again, and hopefully I can talk to some of my relatives and explain the facts that what's in the grocery store in Nome is absolute bollocks. It's trash. Is bollocks a cuss word somewhere else? Because I kind of like that word, bollocks, because it doesn't really sound like a cuss word, but it gets the point across, like bollocks in your freaking face. Okay, is that better? I mean, people don't listen unless you start cussing at them. I got a guy at work, he's suffering from gout. He's a sugar addict. And all I tell him every day is stop with the freaking sugar. You're drinking Mountain Dew. You're eating Nutter Butter freaking sugar snacks. You're eating Chips Ahoy cookies. Eat a freaking beef stick. I need to calm the hell down. You'd think my blood pressure would be high. It's not. It's absolutely normal. But my point is, if you're trying to cure something as serious as gout and you're feeding yourself sugar, especially high fructose corn syrup, which is a byproduct of making other corn products, they're feeding you trash. High fructose corn syrup is trash. If anybody should be out there protesting and boycotting anything, you need to be out there protesting fake sugar, high fructose corn sugar, syrup, whatever the hell it is. It's a byproduct. You might as well be eating a tub of freaking margarine and just scraping the Teflon off a freaking pan that we got in the 1980s because it was non-stick, and just eat that. How many of us ate crap macaroni and cheese? Crap. They both go together. But my point is we made macaroni and cheese in this Teflon pot. We mixed it up, and the Teflon was coming off because we weren't smart enough to use like regular type, like rubber utensils. We were still using the metal spoons, and it was just flaking it off. How much of that crap did we eat and we still survived? We made it this far. We can make it further. All we have to do is at least eat 90% meats and fats, 10% love your frickin' life, and move on with life. Stop it. Just stop the bull crap. You don't want to be fat anymore. You don't have to be fat anymore. That's my entire point of all of this. I don't want you being fat and miserable, having swollen feet, having to do all the annoying research that I've done over the last 2 freaking years of my life, just trying to help other people fix their addictions, fix their problems, and actually find themselves and love themselves enough to actually care to do something better for themselves. And trust me, guys, it's not easy, because you're going to get into a lot of fights. You're going to get into a lot of arguments with family. You're going to get into arguments with relatives, health coaches, doctors. That's all part of the process too. This is going to happen. I've been called so many freaking names in the last month. Online, from relatives, sometimes from my wife, but I can handle it now. It doesn't hurt my feelings anymore because I know what I'm doing is beneficial, even for them if they don't understand it. What I'm doing is beneficial for my entire family, my children, my young family, my native family up north. Hopefully I can spread the word that, hey, you can fix your problems. You don't have to be just dependent on the doctors all the time. And we have great medical up here in Alaska. You know, Native Americans, we get to go to the Alaska Native Medical Center. We have great benefits here. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. I don't feel like I'm trapped in this state anymore to where I'm so unhealthy that I can't get out of here. I feel like I could go to Hawaii. I could live in places like Hawaii. I could go to the lower 48. I could live and I could flourish there. But my home is Alaska. This is where I live. This is the place I love. I don't want to leave this place. I don't want to leave my people. And that's an important thing. You got to be around people you care about. And I care about these people, and I want to help as many people as I can, including you, to hopefully fix a few things in your life. So as always, guys, until next time, please love your life. This is probably some of the most annoying crap I gotta deal with when it comes to making content. Hopefully that's actually working. I don't know. I'm just